I want you to remember, Clark, in all your years to come, in your most private moments, I want you to remember my hand at your throat. I want you to remember the one man who beat you.
Fuck the quote up! Sounded fucking stupid. Well, not really. But, the reason why I don't think this movie is going to be a versus movie, well, one, it wouldn't make much sense because Superman is too young and inexperienced to go against Batman. I mean, it wouldn't make much sense because Batman isn't stupid enough to fight a super powerful being without knowing much about him. I mean, this movie is more set up for a duo because I believe Superman did a pretty shitty job managing damage control. If you've seen the movie, you can see that half the city gets leveled in the fight with Zod. Christopher Nolan's Batman is geared more towards damage control than he is towards detective work. And I feel like they would complement each other in that way. A detective Batman would be more towards confrontation. There's suspicion there. And I think there would be a need for the two characters because Superman did trash a lot of Batman stuff, but Wayne would realize Superman's good nature and would seek to befriend him. I mean, that would be the best way to get to know him, is if he befriended him and found out what he's all about. And realizing that Superman probably is going to get into a lot more trouble than he has been, he's going to take him under his wing and show him the ropes. At least that's the hope. The adversary for this movie would probably be the evil Batman, aka Lex Luthor. Luthor would probably do everything Bruce Wayne would do should he have chosen him to be the enemy. The only difference between Lex Luthor and Bruce Wayne is Lex Luthor is more business oriented as opposed to crime fighting. And, well, he's a bit of a humanist. He likes to show off his prowess. And he hates Superman for that very reason. That Superman is not a human and he does a whole bunch of stuff. But that's backstory. You can Wikipedia that. Now, when you have Batman teaching Superman how to manage his newfound super self, it would be great setup for their first training wheels off battle to be with Lex Luthor. Superman will beat Lex Luthor rather safely and soundly and keep things under wraps. Because Batman can beat Lex Luthor and keep Superman technically safe, especially with no actionable data on Superman at this point in time. The multiplier for Luthor, what will up the stakes for this movie, would have to be Brainiac. Brainiac would give Lex Luthor all the intel he lacks to be an actual formidable foe to Superman and to possibly defeat Superman. Brainiac would be the foe for Batman because Batman doesn't know anything about Brainiac and Brainiac can learn incredibly fast. They're matching wits on that front. The resolution for this would be both heroes would learn that they are in fact equal and would stand to gain a lot from a mutual partnership. Superman will become the tower of power and restraint that we know and love, and Batman will have a newfound curiosity and would come out of retirement fully. This would set up the third movie of Superman in the sense that he would have a much larger foe, a foe that Batman couldn't face. Say, Darkseid, for instance.
Batman
would have to bow out of this battle because Darkseid is way too dangerous for him to fight. But unfortunately, I don't see many ways to do Darkseid other than making him look like another Zod. And we don't need that. We could. I could say maybe a different villain for Superman, maybe like the Collector. He would alienate Batman, but also teach Superman his galactic duty and provide Batman with another opportunity to learn about species and other things out there outside of his little sphere. For Batman, this would spark his curiosity in other extraordinary people around his world and make him want to create the Justice League. Now, he would want to do this to find out who's out there who could possibly cause trouble and bring them under his wing to prevent another Lex Luthor incident. Now, for the Justice League thing, for the setup, you don't want to go through waiting 20 years for all these movies to come out. They could probably do this in smaller installments. I believe, 3 for each superhero, as viral Easter eggs to pique interest in the whole film, saving DC a lot of money on possibly churning out some crappy movies. Green Lantern. But let's face it, Flash, he's a great superhero, but his movie even him as a superhero would be overshadowed by previous superhero movies and everything else done. Wonder Woman would be destroyed by today's Hollywood. And Aquaman, good luck with that. The only one who I can see having a full feature film and having it be successful would be the Martian Manhunter, because of all the mystery surrounding him, plenty good of a backstory. But this also integrates Batman into this, because Batman can do all his detective work to find out who the Martian Manhunter is and bring him into the fold. See, huh? Batman hunting the Manhunter? Ha-ha! But in all seriousness, it's probably going to be a versus movie because, money, and it's going to suck. Oh well. That's my theory.